W związku z wydarzeniami ostatnich dni Rada Lokatorska podjęła decyzję o odwołaniu zbiórki cukru. pomieszczenia, które dotąd służyły jako magazyny cukru, od najbliższego tygodnia potrzebne będą do przechowywania bloków styropianowych. Wszyscy mieszkańcy zobowiązani są do niezwłocznego odbioru pozostałości swojego wkładu cukru.
Myśli pan, że byłaby możliwość pozyskania większej ilości styropianu?
Możemy zrobić bałwana.
Albo wybudować pomnik upamiętniający katastrofę.
Proszę Państwa, przypominam, proszę o niezwłoczne uregulowanie zaległości czynszowych.
Yeah, I think we can. I think I just should have added that the very last bit is extremely local and Polish, because now that may be unclear to you because you live in a warmer climate, so probably even if the same architecture may be present here, but the last processes that happened to it may not appear here, and that is we've got this thermal modernization of post-war modernist architecture, which is covering it with styrofoam to make it warmer. So there's like this additional very deep layer of a white layer of some artificial material that is then covered with paint to make a new facades. Yes, so maybe this is a moment when I'll ask you again if there's anything you would like to comment on or ask me about. Want to turn on the light? Thank you so much for having the patience. I know the film is very slow and needs slowing down.
No, that is excellent. It's excellent. I think it's quite surrealist in many ways, including the tradition of the claw. Humorous, sarcastic, and black humor too. Yeah, and also I think it doesn't only refer to this post-war modernist buildings. So we see many of those, even of course in the US too, like for all the suburban workers that was in communist region. But I think the whole, you want the librettos, right? Or the script.
Excuse me?
The script.
If I wrote the script? Yes, yes.
Fantastic.
Thank you. And also, I didn't add at the beginning, and I regretted it a little bit, but it's a very text-based film, and I feel a little insecure about the Chinese translation. So I ask you, what do you want, Chinese or English? But I want my viewers to understand, but also I much more prefer them to watch in English because I'm sure that the translation
English
is good. So but if you say that you enjoyed the text, so maybe
Of
it's
course,
not.
English might be better, but I don't know whether that would be good for our
Yeah,
audience.
now it's too late. So.
No, it's okay, but
Yes, so the text is mine, but just have to add, this is something I wrote down also while watching, that there is this one moment when I'm actually quoting Polish poet Miron Białoszewski, you know, when all the characters except for one are sitting under the table, and then there's this, and they end singing, and suddenly this one character is just singing a solo, saying woman, woman, child, child, mother, woman, and so on. This is Miron Jaroszewski is a modernist poet who a modern poet who wrote about his move to the block of flat, and then the block of flat turned into being the main subject of his work, and then the relation between people in the block of flats and all the processes accompanying the life in the block he was describing, and that is one poem about the sounds he hears in the block that I quoted.
But because besides this sugar-coated whatever it is, right, ideology or slogan or other things, it could be referring, of course, to the building. Okay, but the building could be also metaphorical for the communist regime, and also those black humor that's very much shared by most communist socialist societies. So at some point, it occurred to me so much similar to Kundera's novel, this corals and all this hypnotized dance and action or march together. So even though it's not Polish, but I think there are a lot of
It's Czech, and it's just
Czech.
yes, and
Yeah,
it's,
sure.
yes.
Yeah, but yeah. And also all these group discussions, they come up with so ridiculous, the opposite. I mean, it's just hilarious. Yeah. And also the division of sectors in the society, division maybe of labor and everything in terms of utility and function. So interesting. People could be suffocated. Let's see. There's a lot. There's a lot that's. I think there's the text-based content also made it so much interesting because you don't need to point out these issues directly. So all this sugar flies and everything could be understood in a very metaphorical way. And also this loudspeaker, right? Typical socialist. There's nothing for socialist, but this, of course, Soviet Union, the socialist era lasted for a long time, right? I especially love those operas, I mean the musical section. I mean the combination, so it makes the whole thing, the action, the music, and also the rhythm, and also the story, all together is fantastic. It's very good.
Thank you so much. I'm glad you liked it. So yeah, the reason why I've chosen opera was maybe a little more of a side, on the side of speaking about architecture. So I still wanted to, however, as you mentioned, and as I said at the beginning too, I really think of this film as of a film that is about political issues as much as it is about architecture only. But I thought of architecture here. I thought that I really wanted to speak about these desires. Or maybe about not only about the desire of having a new flat, but also a desire that is connected to a new utopian idea.
Sure.
And I thought that visual art has its limitations, and I think that visual arts would have this ability to have people get emotional in a very slow way. People can get truly emotional, but it takes time, whereas music has this power to lift people up to this highly emotional state very quickly. So I thought an opera being the highest of arts, I thought, is a very good tool to speak about our hope to become a new human being.
Sure, sure.
And so here's why I decided to choose an opera, but also I really didn't want to make a typical opera, which is why I decided to invite